Show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Of course, what you guys see there on the screen, well, that's me 14 years ago on July 1st, 2008, when I started this website, this whole thing. Chris, what was my first article that I ever wrote?
Oh man, I don't know about the article. I think I remember the video, but I don't remember the article.
I thought it was called "How Much I Love the Cubs" by Mitch Wilson.
No, actually, my first article was "Welcome to College Football Place." Pretty easy there, but yeah, there's me right there from 14 years ago. Anyways, today is 14 years. I've been sitting in front of you guys, using my real name, my real face, my real everything. So, yeah, it's been a long
You have hair
ride.
in that picture.
Yeah. It's been a long ride, that's for sure. Very long ride. A lot of twists, a lot of turns. A lot of copycats. A lot of copycats. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if other people that owned websites like put their face out there and their name out there. And these guys saw who actually owned those places. You know? It's like I think their opinions might be a little bit different than what they are of them now. I think also, like, if people, had to show their driver's license or something, like a photo ID, that would be really interesting too. The phony balonies. What would you call yourself, Brian? Phony baloney?
Some driver's license pictures are scary, though.
Like if I had a phony baloney name, what would you call yourself? I'd call myself Kevin Thomas.
Johnny Cash?
I'd call myself Kevin Thomas. Kevin Thomas, since that's what.
I would go with Johnny Cash.
Since that's what other people use. How about you, Chris?
I was going to say McLovin, but I think that's taken.
That's still a good one, though.
Yeah, okay. I'll use that. It's like a sexy hamburger.
Johnny Cakes. That's what I would call it.
Oh, gosh. That's something completely different.
Well, anyways, 14 years of doing this, 14% off for the first half of July through the All-Star break. Use the code July14. Get 14% off. Celebrating our 14 years. It's not been 14 years together, but it's 14 years for me. Chris, how many years have we been together? We've been together for a while.
6?
6 years.
6 years in August?
6 years in August. Who knew? I knew him when.
Remember.
I know him when. Chris was a 31 waist when he started with me.
Yeah, I remember. The first article I wrote was a Giant and a New York. I don't remember who they were playing, but it was a New York Giants preseason game article, and it was awful. But we've come a long way.
A long way. How long have you been doing this, Brian?
You see, my son is 10 years old. I would say about 11 years, something like that.
A lot has changed over the years. A lot has changed, a lot has stayed the same. It's funny, the guys that try to stay the same, though everything's changing around them, My game of the year, my game of the month, it's like,
that's kind of how
that went out of style in about 78. It's like,
they're 80 years old. They still drive around. They still have the same suit on and their same routine. So
yep.
It's tough to get out of it.
It's funny because I see pictures of people out there, right? And you see their handicapper picture, and they're not even like, they're fake people, and it's kind of like they never age. It's like ever. It's like you could see mine. It's like you guys have seen me over the years. I'm freaking Oprah. I get bigger and smaller.
You definitely aged.
I get bigger and smaller. Well, I'm 14 years older than I was.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're not a Sprite chicken.
But look at the bags under my eyes from staying up all night writing. I mean, you could see them. Look at that. Anyways, got Major League Baseball today.
I think it's a strong card, but I'm worried because it's Friday. So
Yeah, I'm trying to not let one day of the week scare me. It happens. I think every day scares me just the same. Any day that ends in Y.
yeah, Friday's usually a day that I'm very confident, and then
And then it
sometimes
goes
I
out the
get
window real quick.
I like today's card. But
All right. Well, got 15 games again. Let's see. Got the Cubs and the Red Sox, 2:20 Eastern time start. Got the Rays and the Jays. Got a 3:07 Eastern time start. And then we've got the Phillies and the Cardinals, 6:05 Eastern start. So we got some early starts to the day today. Weird the way the Cubs and the Red Sox fans kind of see each other as kind of one and the same because they play in old crappy stadiums. I don't know. You know, it's kind of like they do. You know, they kind of. I know when I was in Chicago, they kind of identify with one another because they play in these old stadiums. I mean, there's nothing similar about them. Right? I guess Theo Epstein was with both. He's no longer with either.
They argue who's got the older pretzel. I think it's the Cubs by a fair margin.
You think I should go back to using this picture on my capper page? Do you think anyone would notice?
Potentially. It's
How
like
would
a
if
bad first date.
how would if I use that with a fake name? Bob Sharp.
Which Milson? It's just like you show up as the alter ego from the Upside Down.
How about if I was Jimmy Cash? What was that, Kerry? Eddie Money. That'd be funny. Maybe I should do that. He's so funny. Actually, like, that would really be making a mockery of those guys. Or I could just use somebody else's name that I know is a fake.
Do it for October. Have that be your month-long holiday.
I should just change my name to like other cappers' fake names. Like just change it every day to a different name of all the fake ones out there. I went from Ricky Tran.
too good to be true.
Too good. Too good to be
That's what I
true.
was going to use.
All right. Back to business.
Yeah.
Mitchie
All right.
over.
Mitchie Yerfy. All right. Well, I'll start it off. I'll go with the Boston Red Sox on the money line. And just again, I'm not about backing the Chicago Cubs. Even with Adrian Sampson got roughed up a bit in his debut, and as much as I bashed Rich Hill in the past, he's normally a 5-inning guy, but he's starting to make those 5 innings count for a little bit more, and he's pitching fairly well. And for me, it's still about the fact that the Boston Red Sox still one of the hottest teams in the majors over the last month and a half, despite now losing 2 or 3 to Toronto, and I think they come back against the Cubs and open the series with a win. And I'm going to take the Toronto Blue Jays. I know Jose Barrios, doesn't have a great ERA, and Corey Kluber looks like the better starter on paper. But Barrios has been far better at home. It's the Canada Day game. The the stadium's going to be packed in Toronto, and I think Toronto finds a way to get the job done. I don't know if it's as big of an offensive explosion as we saw yesterday, but I think they do enough to get the win here.
Brian Hammer, how about you?
I didn't realize it was Canada Day in Toronto.
It's Canada Day. All right.
I didn't realize that. In this grouping of games here, I think my favorite free pick's probably the under in the Cardinals and Phillies. Phillies bats. I'm not sold that they've woken up even after their big output yesterday. Nicholas has been consistently strong all year, and the Phillies bullpen. This is a bullpen game basically. Falter should go 4, but I like the under 9.5, and then a small lean to the Phillies. Just maybe I'm a glutton for punishment with the Phillies, but the line looks a little light here for Nicholas and the Cardinals, so I'll lean Phillies.
Okay. I like the Rays in this one big over Barrios. I also love the over in this game. Barrios was a real sack of crap last time. I took him last time he pitched against the Brewers. They're up 3-0, the Jays in the first inning. I'm like, yeah, we got this thing. It's like we ain't got nothing.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it! I took Chichi Gonzalez. I'm gonna get crushed, and then they scored 8. So.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rays, Kluber. I also like the over. Anyways, Brian, what are you selling today?
Well, I'm going to try to follow up my 3-0 day yesterday. Get my best bet, my titanium play, just $15 at Big Dogs. Or my 3-pack, my Pound Zone 3-pack, 3 best bets in Major League Baseball. I believe 2 of them are plus money dogs, and the other one's a run line dog. So make sure you pick it up at bigdogs.com.
Chris Pound, how about you?
I didn't think of that one.
Let's just make up names. Let's just continue to make up names all show.
For me, I got my $15 pickoff play. Hit yesterday with the Oakland A's. Sorry, the Seattle Mariners over the Oakland A's on the run line. Looking to make it back to back. Hoping to go for another winning day as well with my Fastball Friday 3-pack. The $15 play included in that 3-pack for $40. Or I also got long-term subscriptions. If you have a long-term subscription, you get a bonus Major League Baseball play in there as well. So check that out at Pick Dogs Premium.
Nice. Well done, Chris.
Thank you.
I got my $15 big play. I've got a bunch of other plays for people with long-term. I might put up a 3-pack or something. But use that code 14% off for the month of July, celebrating 14 years online for me. Since I started my first website, there I am when I started it. I do think I should I should put a capper up, take a better screenshot from that video, and just put me up as a different capper. See if anyone notices. Come up with a fake name. But I'll use fake names from other websites that I know are fake.
Name of the day.
There are people out there like they use like their uncle and grandfather, their father-in-law. Got all kinds of them up there.
Daughter's boyfriend.
Oh, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Nationals against the Marlins. Loving that Yerfie with Rogers pitching. Got the Reds and the Braves. Mike Minor and Max Fried. Boy, if you're daring, this is the one, right? And then Pirates against the Brewers. Oh, man. Had the Brewers last night. They came up just short. Just short. Chris?
Yeah, I'll start by taking the Atlanta Braves minus 2.5. Mike Minor has just been absolutely awful this season. He's getting absolutely crushed. An ERA up around 8, and Max Fried, still the ace of this Braves rotation right now, and he's pitching really well. 7-2, I think, on the year, 7-3, and an ERA around 3. I don't think Great American Ballpark affects him here. I think Fried delivers a strong start, and the Braves tee off on Mike Minor. So give me the Braves minus 2.5 there, and I'm going to take the Brewers and Pirates under 8. I think this is just going to be a bit of a lower scoring game. I don't know if I would classify it as a pitcher's duel, but I think it's just going to be 1st to 3, maybe 1st to 4 wins. Corbin Burns, defending Cy Young winner, and pitched, I think, better on the road this season, but still a 2.42 ERA. And Roansy Contreras, proven to be one of the better additions for the Pirates this season. So give me the under 8 in that one.
Right.
For me in this grouping of games, I also like the Yerfy and the Marlins and Nationals. I think that's a solid play. I like the Washington Nationals on the money line. Josiah Gray over his last 29 innings pitched has only given up 4 runs. Trevor Rogers has been a hot mess. So I like the Nationals here. I think it'd be their 4th win in a row. And then, I'll take the Atlanta Braves also at minus 2.5. Yesterday I took a 2.5 and they lost by 2, so I lost that one. But Max Fried's been dominant. He's only going to get better, I think. And Mike Minor, I think he's the worst starter in baseball. So I'll take the Braves minus 2.5.
I lost you guys. Not sure what happened.
I'm still here.
No, I lost you guys on the thing. There we go. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I love the over in the Pirates-Brewers game. I just think it's one of the best plays on the entire board that I don't have a premium on. Every trend in the world. The Brewers 8 in a row to the over in their last 8. These guys are really, not only are they hitting the cover off the ball, they're also getting the cover hit off the ball against them. So it has just been a magical combination for the over players. I know Brian's a big over guy.
No, I like unders.
Oh, okay. But anyways.
But in this game, I could see your sense. It makes sense to take the over in this one.
Yeah, and that's why it's moved up from 7.5 to 8. Because everybody knows it. Everybody. Maybe I'll put a poll up. Congrats to all that followed.
Got the jet planes flying.
Jet plane flying, limousine riding.
Kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing.
Son of a bitch.
All right. Christmas in July coming. Pretty excited about it. I figured I'd run the 14% off up until the All-Star break, and then after the All-Star break, we'll do the 12 days of Christmas in July. Gonna have your Advent calendar, Chris?
Yeah, I could. I'm gonna break that thing out again for for December.
Yeah, Christmas in July, man. It's the best. It's Christmas in July. Everyone's favorite.
I just gotta remember where we put it. It's here somewhere.
There we go. A little snowstorm. I always love the snow animation. Christmas in July. Got the Guardians up against the Yankees. Got the Tigers up against the Royals. Then you got the Twins against the Orioles. The Orioles now all of a sudden back to the plus 200 range, Brian.
Did we do Rangers Mets?
Yes, we did. It was in the last segment because you had 2 minus 200s to work with in one segment. That's why I figured you would do a couple minus ones in there and maybe a parlay.
I might have to go back and revisit.
There's no going back.
I'm going to break the rules. All right. In this group of games, I missed this. Should have done it the last one. I'll take the Texas Rangers plus 1.5 here. I just don't think Bassett's a minus 200 pitcher. Mets have been struggling a little bit. They have played tougher competition, but I think the Rangers are good enough to keep this within a run, even with Otto on the mound. And I'll take the Guardians plus 1.5 here. It's a plus 1.5 fiesta for me. I just think Garrett Cole's due for a clunker. He's had a couple solid starts in a row. His price is very high for a Cleveland team that's pretty good at home. So I'll take the Guardians plus 1.5. Those are my two.
All right, be sure to smash that like button.
Every single one helps. I'm gonna be a renegade and go back as well because I didn't get to notice that game. I'm gonna go with the over 8.5 in that Rangers Mets game. I just don't like the matchup between Otto and Bassett and the
What
Rangers
don't you like
and Mets.
about it?
Glenn Otto just hasn't been a guy I've liked back in the season. I've always thought Chris Bassett in a Mets uniform early on he pitched well, but now he's once again overpriced. He's given up 3 earned runs in back-to-back starts, and I think Rangers and Mets, two lineups that don't necessarily get the credit for the amount of power that they have in their respective lineups. Maybe the Mets do, but the Rangers sure don't. And I think this is one that easily gets into 9-10 range, if not more.
Chris Power.
And oh, I like that one. Okay, you may
or you could just change your first name too.
Willpower.
Willpower. Bill Power. See if anyone recognizes. Kind of be the new Saul Goodman.
The other one I like the Baltimore Orioles plus 1.5. Joe Ryan has been one of the best pitchers for the Twins this season, but he's given up 10 earned runs in his last 3 starts. And the Baltimore Orioles, yeah, they slumped a little bit to close out their series with the Mariners, but I still think they're playing well enough. They're 48-29 on the run line this season. I think they give us a narrow loss if they don't win this one outright. So give me the Orioles plus 1.5 there.
All right. Exciting stuff. I'll take the Orioles there against the Twins. I don't like the way Ryan's pitching, to be honest with you, recently. I'll take the Tigers against the Royals, too. And, of course, I got to pick against Cole. That's what I do. Mitch is a Yankee hater. He's a Yankee hater. All right. Wow, we're just moving right along here. Got the Rockies and the Diamondbacks. Got the Astros and the Angels. The Michael Lorenzen show in town. And then you've got the Dodgers and the Padres. Blake Snell's got a paying gig. Brian, Blake Snell show for you. You got Lorenzen to parlay up in one time slot.
You got the all-star team here. It's probably gonna be the second day in a row. I'm gonna take the LA Dodgers here on the money line. It's juicy, but you got Gonsolin, who's been consistently superb all year. I know I always say jump off a guy, but I like the Dodgers at this price, even though it's high. And I'll take the Houston Astros, also high money line, minus 165. I'm not going to lay the 1.5 with them because it could be a one-run game. But I think Javier much better than Lorenzen, and the Astros are a better team. I'll take Houston at home.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Houston Astros as well. I like Christian Javier at home, and Michael Lorenzen, for me, still a better hitter than he is a pitcher, and I think a 6+ ERA on the road will tell you that. So give me the Houston Astros, and I'm going to take the Dodgers on the run line. It's still at plus money, and Blake Snell 0-7 team starts first for San Diego with Snell on the mound this year. 6 of those 7 losses have come by at least 2 runs, and Tony Gonsolin still pitching really well, especially at home. A sub-1 ERA. I know it's not sustainable long term, but until it sort of cools off and stops hitting, I got to go with the Dodgers on the run line there.
I'll have to make it a threesome. I'm going to go with the Padres also here. I think Blake Snell gets off the snide here. And I think they at least cover the run line. They're getting plus 150. The Padres, 10-0 to the run line following a loss as a dog.
Maybe we'll both win. You'll win with the run line, and I'll take the money line.
Okay.
We can both win.
It'll be like Christmas in July. It'll be like Christmas in July if that happens. All right. That advent calendar, just wiping the dust off. Kind of like the scene from Wedding Crashers. Mom, where's the advent calendar? Where's the advent calendar?
don't crash weddings anymore now.
I
It's
really
all about
like
funerals.
I really like the Rockies here against the Diamondbacks too. Senzatella. You got the Seattle Mariners taking on the Oakland A's. Oof. It's like that's a game that they should put on at 4:00 in the afternoon. You know, on a Tuesday. It'd do well. Giants versus White Sox. Alex Cobb versus Lance Lynn. Maybe that's what I'll make my name. My
Lance Cobb.
no, Lance
Cobb.
Lynn. I'll just be Lance. Shamelessly be Lance Lynn.
or Vance Lynn.
Starring Lance Lynn. Let me see if I can create a capper picture while Chris is talking, like an actual.
Oh God. Hold on, no, I have a better idea. Anyways, I'm gonna go with the over 8 in that Oakland Seattle game. I just don't want any part of James Caprillion versus Marco Gonzalez. And for me, Marco Gonzalez, not a minus 198 pitcher. It doesn't. James Caprillion not really giving the A's any value at that price. So give me the Seattle Mariners and the Oakland A's over 8, and give me the over 7.5 between the White Sox and Giants. Said Lance Lynn has trouble keeping runners off the base pass. Alex Cobb still can't get control of that ERA, and I think this is just one that's, I don't know how this totals at 7.5. I think this one gets to 7.5, 8 by the middle innings. So give me the over between the White Sox and Giants.
Brian?
Yeah, I think I'm going to pull an Al Ninos here. I'm going to take the Seattle Mariners -1. I have confidence in them getting it done here with Gonzalez on the mound. He hasn't been bad. The last 2 starts, he went 6 or 7 strong. And then the White Sox and Giants, I think you're getting a value here for the books. With Lance Lynn on the mound, I think he's the better pitcher. He just hasn't shown it yet in a small sample size. So I think the Chicago White Sox are the play on the money line.
There you go. I am Lance Lynn. Anyways, I like Lance Lynn also. I'm going to change my name to Lance Lynn. And could be Alex Lynn or Lance Cobb or James Lynn, James Cobb, Marco Cobb.
James Gonzalez.
Yes. See my capper picture? Didn't even take me that long to create it either, did it? Yeah, I like the White Sox and the Mariners. -200. All right. Parlay time. You guys are full of energy today.
I think we have energy. I think you're the one that's lacking energy.
Carrying
Get on
My
our,
parlay today.
get on our level.
Houston Astros, the Chicago White Sox, and the Cleveland Guardians.
For me, I'm going to go with a straight Yurfie parlay. I'm going to go with Yurfie between the Tigers and Royals, the Red Sox and the Cubs, and the Mets and Rangers.
I'm going with the Marlins, the over in the Pirates Brewers, and the San Diego Padres. Mitch, thanks for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. In fact, we appreciate you so much. We're going to have Christmas in July. Be sure to use that 14% off. It's only good until the All-Star break. Then we're going to have other specials, which there'll be no coupon. We'll just run those site.
The year pass.
Oh, the year pass is the big one. That's at the end of the month. It's too good to be true. All right. For Chris and Brian, make it a winning day.